So just going to run through a mini exercise circuit using today a 8 kilogram kettlebell. You could use a hand weight, dumbbell, a lighter one, heavier one. A lot of people these days have got some sort of weights equipment at home. It doesn't need to be heavy, but I would like you to start progressing towards lifting heavier things, but we haven't all got access to a full gym. So we'll flow through the exercises, 45 seconds on, 15 seconds off. Squats first of all, hold the weight high. Legs are just a little bit wider than your shoulders. The weight is nice and tight towards you for today's example. We can load it here if we want to, but for today, we're going to hold it here. When we're ready, off we go. So pulling ourselves towards the floor, knees are going out, and the weight is staying really tight to your top of your chest, underneath your chin. Keeping your heels down, keep those going. Pace wise, you can go a little bit slower. If you want to get a bit more intensity into the workout, you can pick the pace up a little. So make sure we finish the move at the top. We don't just stop here, come all the way up. And relax. This time, weight in your right hand, stand on your right leg. You're going to do a single leg squat. You can point both hands towards the floor. You're going to push your bum back and then squat through your knees, or your knee and your hip. Your knee will come forward a little bit, that's absolutely fine, but as long as your heel stays down and your foot is flat. If you feel strong but your balance isn't great, and just put yourself next to something stable, whether it be a wall or a chair or a table, or you can even just keep your big toe on the floor behind you. In this workout, it's getting load and intensity into the body, which is the priority, and slightly less challenge, or it being about the balance and stability, although that's an excellent side effect. Pause, change sides, do this one side on. So now in left hand, left foot. Again, your option if your balance is struggling, just keep your big toe down, but otherwise we're just here. Off we go. So you should feel there's some work going through your toes and your feet and your ankles and your lower legs. Just trying to stabilise the move. But you should feel there's a big amount of work coming through your left outer hip, left bum cheek, maybe on the inside of your thigh. Again, pace wise, prioritise your balance because that's fundamental to the exercise. But if you feel okay with that, you can put some more intensity in there by driving up and away from the floor. A little slower perhaps on the way down, a bit more pace on the way back up. Pause. Arms. Put your hand through the handle, rest it towards your wrist. Stand nice and strong. You don't have to really grip it tight, it's just supported there. Single arm up and back to your shoulder. There's a slight turn in the hand or through the hand, but from the shoulder as it goes up. We're trying to get a good straight arm at the top. When the weight is up, you shouldn't really be able to see your arm in front of you. It shouldn't be there, it's out of sight at the side. Nice and tight through your body underneath. That gives you the base of support to put the push and send the weight upwards. And pause. Good. Other side. Rest your hand through. Again, you're not trying to throttle it, just well supported. Again, good strong stance again. And off we go. Again, we're not arching backwards, and we shouldn't be able to see the weight out in front of you. You're just trying to get that arm up and back slightly. So we've got a really good range of movement going on through those shoulders. Last one. Okay, we'll come back to our right hand. We're just going to do side bends. So your feet are going to be underneath your hips, nice and strong around your middle. Bring your spare hand up towards your ear. Nice and strong, lean towards the weight. You'll point your elbow up towards the ceiling, pull and point your elbow towards the floor. So as we lean over, we're loading all this left side as I do it now, and then we use that stretch to pull back up and across. So we're not leaning forward excessively and we're not leaning back, just on a nice line. What's important also, don't lift the heels up, so we're not here, feet stay grounded. And pause. Change hands, bring the hand back up again. Again, heels stay down. We'll lean towards the weight to begin with. So over we go. Point the elbow up towards the top and pull back down. Get the stretch, keep the weight close to you. And we're not trying to shift the hips and the waist outwards, trying to keep the hips pretty still. And pause. Next one. Doesn't matter what hand you're going to be in, we're going to do ankling. So this is where we lift up, we'll lift our heels up, we're going to be on our toes, and then we're going to do toes up towards the shins. So we'll lift up and do that. Every 10 steps, you're going to change hands. So we're balancing through our feet, and then we'll swap hands. Keep going. Roughly every 10 steps, or 5 or 10 seconds. If you want to mix it up a little bit, you can go around the back and then come around the other way. That challenges the balance a little bit more, but just keep the quality in the feet with what you're doing down there. Keeping those heels up, trying to pull the toes up towards the shins. And pause. Cool. Alright. Shake that out a little bit. Let the beat stop. So we've gone through a bilateral exercise, which is both feet on the floor with your squats, keeping the weight nice and tight to you. Done unilateral, which involves some balance and stability, which is loading one side at a time. We did that with our single leg squat. We also did that with our single arm overhead press. We're balanced on one side, changed hands, did the other. Side bends, working around your middle slightly. You might feel those around the side the following day. Doesn't take a lot for us to feel those. And then the ankling is just adding load to a very good exercise for your calves and lower legs. So have a go with those, see how you get on once or twice once or twice through that circuit in a session, it'd be good, and 2 to 3 times a week, it'd suit you well too. Okay.